This is 23rd August 2021. Right? Now I'm going to start the Unit 5. Unit 5, as usual, 2 chapters. First one is pointers, other one is files. Pointers. I'm starting pointers. What is a pointer? First of all, just pointer is a derived variable, just like structures, arrays. Derived variable, all primary variables, like int a, int x, int n, all those. These are derived variables. Derived data types. What primary data types are? Integer, float, double, character. Primary data types. Integer, int is it takes that integer values only. Float is it takes the real numbers, real values. Character, it takes the character values. That's the strings, right? Double is a long int. All those like also long integer, like that. Same here, pointer, arrays. All these are derived data types. Derived data types. Like this. First, pointer is a derived data type in C. Pointer is a derived data type in C. It builds from one of the fundamental data types available. What are the fundamental data types? The primary data types. Int, all this. Array also derived data type. We are taking the same data, similar data values. We are taking this array. Collection of similar data types. Array, right? Structure is collection of. This is also data type. Same like this pointer is also a derived data type. Right? It is built from one of the fundamental data types, fundamental basic data types available in C. What are the fundamental data types? Integer, float, character, all those. Right? The pointer is basically a variable, same as any other variable. Pointer is a variable. Pointer is a variable. Pointer is a variable. Right? Same as any other variable we create. Students, please do follow. So pointer is a derived data type in C. Pointer is derived from any one of the fundamental data types available in C. Pointer is a variable, same as any other variable, any primary variable. This is also one of the variables. So what is the difference about them is, instead of counting actual data, they contain the memory location where the actual information is stored. This is very important. Students, pointer is, it finds the address of the value of the variable. Pointer is it finds the address. It finds the address of the variable, not the actual variable. The primary variable or fundamental variable, it stores the actual value of the variable, but pointer stores the address of that variable. See this. Difference is that instead of containing actual data, pointers contain the memory location where the actual information is stored. Getting or not? Right? Difference about them is actual primary variables and pointer variables, the fundamental variables and pointer. Right? Difference about them. About them means primary variables and pointer variables. Is that instead of instead of containing actual data, pointer variables contain the memory location. They contain memory location. Where the actual information is stored. Students, are getting? The primary variables are fundamental variables, store the actual value, but the pointer variable store the memory location where the actual information is stored. This is what is the definition of a pointer. The definition of pointer. See this. A pointer variable is a variable which will store the address of another variable. See, be careful, students. The pointer is a very tough subject in the C language. Some of you feel, but I say this pointer is very easy concept in C language. Once you understand, once you understood, this is very easy topic in the C language. Most of the students feel pointers are very tough. That's why we leave this. But very easy once you understood. That's it. That's why I'm first see the definition. What is the definition? A pointer variable. That's why I'm just today I will discuss only basics of pointers. That's it. It will take one more extra class also, no problem. A pointer variable is the variable which will store the address of another variable. Address means the memory location, another variable. Students, are you getting? 1 minute, students. Hello, Sirana. Hello. Class lo unna malli cheyana. Class lo unna malli cheyana. Malli chesta class ayina. A pointer variable is a variable which will store the address of another variable. Address means the memory location. The address in the memory location. A pointer variable is a variable which will store the address of another variable. Right? So pointers are one of the most distinct and exciting feature of C language. Pointers are one of the most distinct and exciting. Pointers are distinct, comparing other topics, distinct and exciting features. Features in C. Pointers are most in C language. Exciting and distinct and exciting features. Right? It has added power and flexibility to the language. It has the added power and flexibility to the C language. Right? So advantages of using pointers. What are the advantages? Yeah, advantage of using pointers in C programming. Very simple topic. This is pointer is a variable which will store the address of the another variable, not the content. Any variable stores the content of the value of the variable, but pointer variable stores the address of another variable. Right? Some the pointers are used frequently in C as they offer a number of benefits to the programmers. They have many programs using the pointers. Right? See the one by one I will explain. So pointers are more efficient in handling arrays and data tables. Whenever you use the pointers, it's easy to handle. Right? More efficient handling arrays and data types. Right? First one is efficient to handling arrays and data tables. We learn in second day data table, how to create tables, right? More efficient. This is more efficient if you use that pointers, right, student? Use the pointers. More efficient to handle the arrays and tables, data tables, arrays and data tables, right, students? Next, pointers can be used to return multiple values from a function via function arguments. We already discussed in the functions. We can return the multiple values from a function, multiple values as the arguments, function arguments. If you use the pointers, right? Used to return. If you use the pointers, pointers can be used to return multiple values from a function. As function arguments or via function arguments. Function arguments, right? So first one is handling the arrays and data sets. It is very easy. More efficiently we can handle the arrays and data structure. We can return, if you use the pointers, we can return multiple values from a function via function arguments, right? Same like pointer permits references to a functions and thereby facilitating passing of functions as arguments to the other functions. One function to other functions, we can facilitate the passing of functions to, right, reference to the functions. Pointers permits reference to functions and facilitating passing of functions to other functions. To other functions. Once you practice the programs, it is very easy to understand, right? Next, the use of pointer arrays to character strings result in saving the data storage space in the memory. Use of pointer arrays. We use the pointers and arrays also. Pointer arrays to character strings. Arrays to character strings. It results in saving of data strings. Data storage space in memory. We can store the data storage in the memory if you use the pointers and strings, all this, right? So the pointers allow C to support. Allow C to support dynamic memory. Yeah, very important. Support dynamic memory management. We discuss static memory, dynamic memory. Static ante mana munde itla prescribe cheyali, deentlo idi pettali. Dynamic, wherever it is, we can use. So it saves the memory also. It saves the memory space in the memory. So it supports the dynamic memory management, right? Pointers allows C language to support the dynamic. And also, pointers provide an efficient tool for manipulating dynamic data. Whatever dynamic data is there, it can be manipulated using the pointers. What are the dynamic memory, data structures? All right, manipulating the dynamic data structures such as linked list, queue, stacks. We'll discuss in the second year in data structures. Pointers provide an efficient tool. For manipulating Dynamic data structures. What are the data structure? Such as linked list, queue, stacks, queues, stack, queue, stack, right? Structures, trees, all these we'll discuss. Trees also data structures, so etc. Right? Pointers reduce the length and the complexity of the program. We can reduce. We have written some programs for 100 lines, 200 lines. If you use the pointers, you can reduce the length of the program. Pointers reduce length and complexity. Length and complexity of the program. Right? Pointers reduce length and complexity of the program. Last one, pointers increase the execution speed. Execution speed. If you use the pointers, it takes a very less time to execute the program. It increases the execution speed. Speed and thus reduce the program execution time. Speed పెరుగుతుంది, execution time తగ్గుతుంది. Execution time if you use the pointers. Right, students? These are the advantages if you use the pointers. Right? Next. Use the pointers. These are the advantages. You read. I will share the notes today. Next, how to understanding of the pointers. How to understanding of the pointers. You see this. Understanding of the pointers. How to understand how the memory is allocated. I will show in this. The computer's memory is a sequential collection of storage cells as a figure. I will show. Computer memory cells wise divide చేస్తాం మనం. డివైడ్ చేసినాక దానికి అడ్రస్ ఇస్తాం. ప్రతి దానికి అడ్రస్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ అడ్రస్ లో మనం స్టోర్ చేస్తాం. వాట్ ఎవర్ డేటా we required, right? How to want to manipulate, how to store the data in the computer memory, right? See this. Understanding the pointers. The computer's memory is sequential collection. Yesterday we discussed in the previous class. That's what we discussed. Structure data. Structure element variables. Structure variables I will stored in B book 1, book 2 like that. Sequentially we store the data. Right? Whatever it is, the dissimilar data also we store. So in the memory, in the sequentially we store the data in the memory. It is the similar data or dissimilar data. See this. This memory cells address. Each memory having the some address. Cell 1 is at the address location 0. Right? Same like cells divided. Memory organization. It is called memory organization. Address up to 65,535. Right? Each cell memory known as a byte, 1 byte. Each cell memory known as 1 byte. We have taken that. Character C is taking 1 byte. Integer is taking 2 bytes. Whatever. But each cell is as 1 byte. As a member called address associated. This is address which is associated with particular cell. Right? Each cell commonly known as byte. Each cell commonly known as byte has a number called address associated with it. An address antam. Each cell ko address ఉంటుంది. 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 65,000. Consecutively starting from 0. Right? The last address depending on the memory size. Depending on the memory size, the computer system having the 64 kilobytes, right? Memory will have this last address of 65,000. Whenever we discuss the first 2 hours in the starting of the C programming, 65,000, the maximum capacity 65,530, right? It is the last address of the cell. Whenever we declare a variable, the system allocates somewhere in the memory. ఒక వేరియబుల్ మనం డిక్లేర్ చేస్తాం కదా, ద ప్రైమరీ వేరియబుల్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ప్రైమరీ int n. Immediately in the memory the variable will be address, each variable it will allocate some address location. That's why you have taken scanf %d ampersand of n. Immediately some address is located for that variable, depends on the size of the data type, right? How much data is required for those variable, immediately integer, byte, like that, right? An appropriate location to hold the value of the variable. Value మనం ఇచ్చే వేరియబుల్ ఇచ్చే వాల్యూని స్టోర్ చేయడానికి it is allocated some memory in the memory, right? Allocate some memory somewhere in the memory. Since every byte has a unique address number, already I told you, every byte is having unique address. This location will have its own address number. See this. Consider the symbol statement. Int quantity equal 170. Quantity is a variable. We are initializing some value to the quantity, variable quantity, this which is the integer type of variable. Int quantity equal 173. Quantity ki manam some memory is allocated in the memory. So some address location is allocated in the memory quantity, where that in that memory location 173, that's a constant value stored in that particular. The statement instruct the system to find the location for the integer variable quantity, puts the value in that 173 in that location. Students, are you following? Yes, students, whenever we declare the variable quantity which is the integer type, and we also assigning some quantity, some value 173 to that quantity, right? Immediately some memory is allocated, some space is allocated in the memory for that variable quantity, and to store the 173, right? Let us assume that the system has chosen the address location 5000 for the quantity. Address location then the value in the 5000. 5000 lo address location lo we are storing the 173. See this one. Quantity is a variable. Value at that variable is 173, right? Value at that location, real value of that 173, right? Location value, what is that? 5000. That is called address. L value or address is 5000. A 5000 location we are storing the 173 constant value, that's integer value, right? During the execution of the program, the system always associates the name quantity with the address 5000. 5000 lo unnatuvanti quantity, that quantity is 173. Value of that quantity is 173. Address location of the quantity is 5000. We discussed what is the address position. We calculated in 1-dimensional arrays and 2-dimensional arrays also. How to calculate depends on the size of the data type, right? Initial base address plus index value into data type of the size of the data type. We discuss that's 1-dimensional array. 2-dimensional array, 2-dimensional base address plus, right? What is that? Index, column number of columns, row index into column number of columns into size of the data type. We discussed the 2-dimensional arrays. We calculated. You may forget. So once again, you refer that whenever you discuss, whenever you read, you prepare for the prepare that arrays, right? You may have the access to the value 173 by using the either the quantity or the address of 500. Address of 500 lo em untundi 173 untundi. Value at quantity is also 173. We can access either through address or either through the variable quantity, right, students? Since memory addresses are simply numbers, all the memory addresses are some numbers, right? They can be assigned to some variables which can be stored in the memory, like any other variable, such as variable that called memory addresses are called the pointer variables. ఏవైతే ఈ అడ్రస్ కోసం ఒక వేరియబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం మనం, quantity stores the value 173 at address location 5000. ఈ 5000 ని హోల్డ్ చేయడానికి we will create one variable that is called pointer variable. Students, are following? Students, the quantity is a variable which stores the value 173, but the quantity is stored at the location of address of 5000. At the 5000 at 5000, what is the value? The address location 173. The variable quantity stores that at 5000. But to store the address of the quantity, we need one more variable that is called a pointer variable. Any doubt in this, students? అడ్రస్ లొకేషన్ ని కూడా హోల్డ్ చేయడానికి విల్ క్రియేట్ వన్ మోర్ వేరియబుల్ దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ పాయింటర్ వేరియబుల్. అడ్రస్ ని స్టోర్ చేసేదాన్ని పాయింటర్ వేరియబుల్ అంటాము. అది ఇది అర్థమైతే మీకు పాయింటర్స్ మొత్తం అర్థమైనట్టే. టు స్టోర్ ద పర్టికులర్ we need one more variable that is called a pointer variable, not the value. Variables are used to store the values, whether it is integer or float or whatever. Int n, int x, we created many int sum. Those are the primary variable to store the quantity, store the values of the variables. But each value is stored in a particular memory address. To store the memory address, we will create one more variable that is called the pointer variable. Now clear? Right? Example program చెప్తే మీకు అర్థమైంది. A pointer, see the definition of pointer variable. Definition of pointer variable. A pointer variable, nothing but a variable that contains an address which is a location of another variable in the memory. Right? Pointer variable. I hope you understood that pointers. Now cells are created. Right, students? Pointer variable. The definition of pointer variable. Right? See this. This a pointer variable is nothing but a variable that contains an address which is a location of another variable. Which is a location of another variable in memory. Students, a pointer is a variable, nothing but a variable. Pointer variable is nothing but a variable that contains an address which is the location of another variable in the memory. Right? A pointer variable is also stored in memory in another location. Suppose we assign the address of quantity to a pointer variable p. Variable p. I am taking one variable p. I am taking the variable p to store the address of the quantity. Variable quantity. Right? Students, I am taking one more variable to store the address of the variable quantity. What is the address? 5000. Right? If you wanted to store the address location of the variable quantity in variable p, that is p is called pointer variable. So the link between the variable p and the quantity can be visualized like this. See this. How to visualize? How to visualize this? See this. You see this, students. You can understand by seeing this. The pointer is a variable. Its value is stored. Value is also stored in a memory in another location. See this. V is the variable quantity. Quantity is a variable. Students, the value at quantity is 173. The value at the variable quantity is 173. But address location of the quantity is 5000. Address location of the quantity is 5000. One more variable p is the one more variable p stores the address of the quantity. 5000 ఇక్కడ స్టోర్ చేస్తున్నాం మనం. So value at p is 5000. Address of the quantity is 5000. We are storing that address as the value of p. but P is also having some address 5048. A variable. That's why P is called the pointer variable. P is called the pointer variable. Convinced now, clear ga? Quantity is quantity is a variable which stores the value 173. The address location of the quantity is 5000. The address location of the quantity is stored in some other variable P as the value. 5000 is the value of P, but 5000 is the address of the quantity. This P is called the pointer variable. But if pointer variable also having some address location, then value 5000. The address location of the pointer variable is 5048. That's also number. Now clear, students? Right? The value of the pointer variable P is the address of the variable quantity. Right? We may access the value of the quantity by using the value of P, and therefore we say that the variable P points the variable quantity. Thus P gets the name pointer. P is called the pointer. It is pointing out the address of the some other variable. That's why it is called the pointer variable. It is called the it stores the address of another variable. That's why it is called the pointer variable. Now we got some pointers are built in three underlying concepts. What is pointer concept? Constants, pointer values, pointer variables. Pointer constants, pointer values, pointer variables. See this? Yeah, pointers. We are pointing out pointer constant, pointer values, pointer variables. See this? Underlying concepts of pointers. అంటే పాయింటర్స్ లో కాన్స్టాంట్స్ ఉంటాయి, పాయింట్స్ లో పాయింటర్ వాల్యూస్ ఉంటాయి, పాయింట్స్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఉంటాయి. this memory addresses within a computer are referred to as pointer constants. Memory addresses within a computer are referred to as pointer constants. We cannot change them. We can only use them to store that data values. See, what are the pointer constants, students? Memory addresses within a computer are referred to as the pointer constants. You cannot change them. That's address particular data constant address. So we can use only them to store the data. Data is that's called pointer constants. Next, we cannot save them save the value of the memory address directly. We cannot save the value of the memory address directly. We can only obtain the value through the variable store the using them address. This is very important. Address operator ampersand. We already used in the scanf functions. Ampersand symbol. That's called address operator. Address operator. The value thus obtained is known as the pointer value. Pointer value. The value thus obtained is known as pointer value. The pointer value may change from one right end of the program to the another. Right? You can change the from one of the program to another. Right. What is pointer variable? Once we have the pointer value, it can stored in the another variable. I already discussed pointer variable. What is it? The variable that contains a pointer value is called a pointer variable. Now, how to access the address of a variable? Accessing the address of a variable. Right. So the actual location of the variable in memory is system dependent. Actual location of the variable in memory is system dependent. System the address of variable is not known to us immediately. Address of the variable is not known to us. Where the variable is stored, address location of the variable, whereas immediately we can't know that. Right? So how can we then determine the address of a variable? Right? This can be done with the help of the operator address. Address operator we use ampersand operator. We can know the where the address, what is the address location of the particular variable using that address of. The meaning of ampersand is address of some ampersand A. That is means ampersand means address of A. Ampersand A means address of A. It stores some other somewhere. See this example. P equal to ampersand of quantity would assign the address of 5000 to the variable P. The ampersand operator can be remembered as address of. Right, students? How we store this is like this. P equals to, let's see this. P equals to, so store this like this. See this example. P equals to ampersand of quantity. If I read would assign, this would assign right address of, you know, the address of the variable quantity is 5000. That is the immediately P will store the 5000. P will store the 5000, right? 5000 to the variable P. Variable P. The ampersand operator The ampersand operator can be remembered as address of. This meaning of this is ampersand meaning address of. The ampersand operator can be used only with a simple variable or an array element. We can use for array elements also ampersand. We already discussed ampersand of A of I. Students, have you remembered that ampersand of A of I in the scanf function to read the values into array for I equal 0, I less than row size I plus plus scanf %d ampersand of A of I. So the ampersand operator can be used only with a simple variable or an array element, right? So sometimes it is illegal use. Suppose if you write illegal use, you cannot use. If you write illegal use, ampersand 125, address of 125 is illegal use. You can't use like this, right? Right? Pointing at constants. You can't pointing the address operator, right? Pointing at constants, it's illegal, right? Int, suppose int x of 10. This is declaration of the array, correct? You can't do ampersand of x. Can you use this like? You can't use like this. Ampersand of x of I or x of 10. You can write x of 0. Ampersand of x of 0, 1, like that you can use. But simply ampersand of x you can't use. Right? Next, ampersand of x plus y also you can't use. You can't use ampersand x plus y. It's the expression. You can't use the ampersand for the expression. You can't use the ampersand for the variable array variable. You can use the with array A of x, ampersand of A of 0, ampersand of A of 1 you can use. But ampersand of x you can't use. Ampersand of constants you can't use. Right, students? Right. Now if x is an array, then the expression such as ampersand of x of 0, you can use this. X is an array, ampersand of x of 0 you can use. Right? Ampersand of x is an array. I plus 3 are valid. These two are valid. X of I plus x of 0 ampersand are valid. Represent the address of 0th element. This is the address of 0th element. This is the address of I plus 3 third element of x. This is right. I will give the one example program and execute, and I will stop today. Write a program to print the address of variable along with its value. Address nella display cheyali, its value nella display cheyali. Write a program to print the address of a variable, along with its value. How to display the value, how to print the value, or how to display the address. See this. Hash include stdio.h. Right? Void main character A, integer x. We are taking integer value x, some float values. I am taking all characters, integer and float values. I am taking the p, q, 2 float values. I am storing the character This is char a value. What will be the result? A value will be stored in the A. X is stored the value 125. Right, students? Now, assigning that value. Then some values are assigning to the float values. Float variables 10.25. Q equals to 1.76. Like this. Now display all the character values, integer values and float values, all the four. How to display? Address and as well value. What variable we use to display the integer value, students? Right? Printf. Percentile C is stored at address. How to display the address value? Using percentile U. Then percentile C is stored at address. Percentile C is to print the value of the character and address of character using ampersand U. Percentile U. Printf. This is X is integer. That's why it is percentile D is stored at address. What is address? You can store. What is X? Variable is X and ampersand X. To display the address of X is use the percentile U. Next, one more printf to print the what are the values? Float values. Percentile F is the P value stored at address percentile U P and address of P ampersand of P. That's it. One more printf. Percentile F is stored at address percentile U. We already discussed how to store the address of percentile U is to store the address of that particular variable, whether it is character, or whether it is integer, or whether it is a float value. Right? Ampersand of Q. We will display all these values and A is stored at address so and so. 125 is stored at address so and so. We will execute this program. Right? We discuss this one. Anyway, we display this one. Just simple program. Pointers. Pointers basic program. Right? I will execute this. Let's see this simple program. You can execute this. Write a program to print the address of a variable along with its value. Find this program. Int. So char. First we take the character. Character is a variable. You are declaring variable. Int X. Storing. Next float. Float value. P comma Q. You are taking the two variables for float. Now assign the some values. A equals to some capital A. Right? Semicolon. Next, X equals to some 125. We are storing the integer value. P equals some float value I am storing. 10.25. Q equals to, this is also float value, 18.76. Just we showed all the values. I want to print. I want to display. Printf percentile C is character. First one, percentile C is stored at address percentile U. To store the, to display the address value, it takes a percentile U. సార్ నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా, నేను ఒక 5 minutes చేస్తాను, 10 minutes. నమస్తే, క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా మళ్ళీ చేస్తా ఫోన్. Right, students, to store the address value A, address of A, we store this. This address of character is to display the character is A. Address of that character A is say ampersand A. That's why you have taken percentile U. Same like printf. What is the next? Percentile D is stored at address percentile U. What is that? Percentile U. This X, comma, ampersand of X. X and ampersand of X. Printf. What is next? Percentile F is
percentile F.
Yes, stored at address percentile U. This is also address. Address కి మనం percentile U use చేస్తాం. And what is that? P comma ampersand P. Next, printf. All the three types of data we are taking, the integers, characters, and float values. I am reading, displaying. Percentile F only again is stored at address percentile U only. Then what is that? Q comma ampersand Q. Over, we'll see how will you get. Yeah, A is stored at the address, whatever the address, 237297624 So only one character. That's why 43 the next byte in 1 byte it occupies. That's a character. That's why last second 125 stored at the address 44 because 43 to 44 it occupies 1 byte. Students, the size of the character is 1 byte. That's why 125 stored at the address same, everything is same, 237297624 43 to 44. That's 1 byte. And 10.25000 is stored at the address 48 because integer, no, 46 only because it stores that 2 bytes. 125 should be 44 to 46 only. It got only 48. But float value is taking that 48 to 52. It's okay, 48 50. But integer takes the 2 bytes only. But we are getting error in this compiler. 44 to 46, 46 to 50. It should be because integer value size of the integer is 2 bytes. Size of the float is 4 bytes. Right? Value is stored address. If you want to display the address value, percentile U. Understood, students? Character 1 byte, integer 2 bytes, float value 4 bytes. It occupies. Understood this pointer? Right? We did not display any. We're just displaying the address percentile is. Pointer variables తీసుకోలేం. Next, declaring of pointer variables. How to declare the pointer variables? How to initialize the pointer variable? What is star? What is ampersand? These two only pointer variables. What is value of? Star means value of. Ampersand means address of. Star P means the content where the value of the pointer variable it displays. Ampersand of P means address of the pointer variable P it displays. That's it. Are you getting, students? Okay, I'll stop and we'll go. We'll discuss remaining part in tomorrow in the class. Right? Okay. Tell me. I will take the attendance. I hope you are understanding pointers. Finally, 45 joined. Very good. Yeah, 61.
Present, sir.